Most people just think buying a house is just a down payment. You save up some money, you buy the house, and that's it. But in reality, there are actually a lot of other costs that come with buying a house. And if you don't know them, it can catch you off guard pretty quickly in the buying process. So today I want to break down the true cost of what it looks like to buy a house here in New Hampshire. Not just a down payment, but everything that goes into what you need to expect to pay for this. Because the goal isn't just to buy a house, but it's to feel comfortable once you're actually in there and sustain owning that house. Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Moynihan and I'm a local real estate agent and investor based out of Keene, New Hampshire. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest around the Keene area, Cheshire County, Hillsborough County, feel free to reach out to me. Or if you want to speak directly to me, go down below in the description. I have a link to my calendar. You can book a free 15 to 30 minute call. We'll discuss your real estate goals, see how I can help you achieve those. But without further ado, let's kind of break down what it actually looks like, the reality, the cost breakdown of buying a house here in New Hampshire. So first thing is, of course, the down payment. And we're going to touch on that just to set the level. And you don't need 20% down. Now, that's one of the biggest misconceptions, and I like to push it right out of the way first things first. Most buyers right now are putting anywhere from 3% to 5% to even 10% down in some cases. 3.5% down FHA is a very popular one. So if you're looking at a $400,000 house and you're putting 3% down, that's about $12,000. And that's a lot more realistic than what most people think. 20% would be $80,000. So much better than what people think. But that's just the starting point, and that's not everything you need. So the next part, closing costs. And this is where a lot of people get surprised because down payment and closing costs almost feel like one and the same, but they are two separate things. So closing costs here in New Hampshire, they run about 2 to 4%, usually a little bit more on the higher side. So on a $400,000 house, you're looking at $8,000 to $16,000. And that includes things like lender fees, title fees, escrow setup, recording fees, prepaid property taxes, prepaid homeowners insurance. And here in New Hampshire, we have a very special one, the New Hampshire real estate transfer tax stamp. And that is broken down evenly between buyer and seller. It's 1.5% total of the sales price, but each side pays 0.75%. So that's why I say it's usually about on the higher side, because you're always going to have that charge in there. So even if your down payment is relatively low, your closing costs can be just as significant, and you want to plan for both of those. Next one we're going to touch on is inspections and upfront costs. So these are smaller individual costs, but they can add up, and some people don't really understand when you pay for them. So things like inspections, home inspection, radon test, septic inspection, if you're doing a water test to check that, these are all going to be separate charges that you're paying for before closing. This happens usually within 7 to 10 days of an accepted contract. You're getting everyone out there to get the inspections done, and you pay them when they're there doing the work. So those are coming right out of your pocket. Home inspection can usually be around $500 to $800, and if you're adding radon tests, water tests, that can go up. And then septic inspections usually around $400 to $600, depending on where it is and the size. And then the other one, it's not necessarily a cost, but it is upfront and it does come out of your pocket. So that is earnest money deposit. What this is essentially a good faith deposit, or kind of a down payment right when you get your offer accepted. So you type an offer, and usually within 5 days of an accepted offer, you're getting the listing agent's brokerage earnest money. And this is essentially what they hold in a little account until the transaction either gets completed or falls out of contract. If it gets completed, that money gets applied towards your closing costs. If for some reason you fall out because of bad inspection, or you can't get your lending, whatever it is, that money can come back to you. But it's not necessarily a cost because it is getting applied at a different time, but it comes up within 5 days of an accepted contract. So something you want to be ready for, have that on hand in an account. This next one is one that nobody really plans for, but almost everyone has to deal with, and that is immediate repairs and fixes. So one thing also I want to clear up with home inspection, because I'm going to touch on that. Home inspection isn't necessarily pass or fail. A lot of people think that, but it's more just seeing what the house is in the current condition, and then you either accept as is, you negotiate, or you back out. That's kind of what it is. It's not pass or fail. So that means that Everything is not going to be perfect. It just means that there's nothing major that blew up the deal, so you're going to still move forward. And once you move into the house, even if the inspection went really well and there's not a ton of things, you're going to just notice things like paint, appliances, small fixes, maybe smoke detectors need to be updated, things like that, and those can add up. Paint can be a couple $100 depending on how crazy you get with it, to a couple $1,000. Appliances, couple hundred to a couple thousand. Small fixes, depending on what it is, can be really cheap, just a few $100, or really expensive. So other things you definitely want to take into account in the first couple months there, just depending on what you want to do, because a lot of people want to update, and then that does add some cost to it. So especially here in New Hampshire, we have a lot of older homes, so you might run into things that you want to update. And it's not that something's wrong, it's just part of making your house yours. So the next part is getting to your house, and that's moving, which seems obvious, but a lot of people either don't account for it or just underestimate what it's going to be. So if you're just going to rent your own U-Haul truck, that's usually pretty cheap, just a couple $100. But if you're getting movers, that can be usually $1,000 to a couple $1,000. And if you're doing long distance, that can be a few thousand to 5,000 or more, depending on how much stuff you have, how far they're coming. And then also, like, do you need storage in New Hampshire at all before you're moving into a house? Because sometimes timelines don't really line up great. So all these things, especially if you're coming from out of state, you want to take these into account to know what you're actually going to pay for, because it can get expensive pretty quick. Now, the next part is going to be monthly cost reality, because a lot of people get caught off guard for the long-term planning, because a lot of people just focus only on the mortgage payment, and that's all the monthly expense that they really plan for. But that's just like your base payment, because of course in your mortgage, you're going to have property taxes and insurance. So those two you're kind of taking into account in that mortgage payment. But then, especially up in here in New Hampshire, you have utilities that can add up, because heating in winter months can be a few $100 a month. Electric can be $100 to $200 a month. And then internet, usually pretty cheap, but usually at least $100 a month there. So you're going to be having to put money aside for other things than just your mortgage, and then also maintenance. So that's usually, you want to at least plan for like 1% of what your house is worth per year to put into things to fix up, because especially, like I said, old homes up in here in New Hampshire need some updating. Last thing is going to be the most important one, and it's not just about getting into a house, like I said in the beginning, but it's about staying comfortable, and that's having reserves. So having some type of thing where you're not spending all your money just to close the property. Most things you hear are going to say 3 to 6 months. Now, that can sound like a lot, but it's still a good rule of thumb to go off of. So if your monthly costs around $2,500 to $3,000, you're going to want anywhere from $7,500 to like $18,000 saved up, just for an emergency fund in case something goes wrong. Because again, here in New Hampshire, weather can get cold. So things like heating system, roofs, all these things that can go in the winter, they can come out of nowhere, and they're not cheap to fix, but you have to fix them. Things like furnace repair, those can be a couple $100, but if you have to replace a whole unit, that can be a $5,000, $10,000 repair. Roof repairs, if something happens, you can fix it, a couple thousand. If you have to repair a whole roof and replace it, $10,000, $20,000. So you don't want to just go through the process of buying a home and then you're feeling stressed every time something breaks. You want to have something set aside so you're ready when that something goes wrong, because there's always going to be something happening in your house. So putting it all together on a $400,000 house with a 3% down payment. You have a down payment of $12,000, closing costs estimated around $12,000, inspections around $1,500. So that equals a little bit over $25,000. Then you want to take into account your reserves. So while you don't need that 20% down like so many people think you do, you still need a plan. And buying a house is very doable here in New Hampshire. You just want to go into it understanding the full picture, and not just the down payment and not just the mortgage. So if you're thinking about buying a home here in New Hampshire, you want help running the numbers, feel free to reach out to me. Or if you want to talk directly to me, go down below in the description. I have a link to my calendar. You can book a free 15 to 30 minute call. We'll discuss your real estate goals, see how I can help you achieve those. And without further ado, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you guys next week with another video.